there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, today we're talking love and marriage. Well, y'all know why y'all here. Anything I say is a legend of my very, 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 very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is ever personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in my description box. So, you guys know, you already know I'm going to be calling out the hypocrisy of it all and the BS of it all, you guys, because apparently some people are upset that Martell and his mistress, which this interview was a hot mess anyways, they're upset that the Scotts now are on Front Street, you guys, because, you know, it was cute and it was believable when there was no alleged credible mistresses. There was no alleged credible of the 20 women and everything else that Martell has been saying for seasons on end. It was fine when you guys were arguing to the rooftops and you had Tisha's mom, you had all these people saying there's no proof, there's no receipts, MEL and MEL supporters and da-da-da-da-da. Everybody's all bitter, everybody's all upset because Martell's mistress wanted to be seen, wanted to be out here in these streets, and then you guys thought you were trolling MEL by uplifting the situationship of Martell and the mistress, who he only pops out and shows people when he wants to piss people off, when he wants some attention. It is not a relationship. But you guys did all that trolling. You guys thought that you guys were having a gag fest over MEL, and that MEL was, you know, pressed and bothered and still in love with Martell and is still hurt by his cheating and all the things, and she can't let go. And then Martell pulled the reverse Uno on y'all. Poured the reverse Uno on y'all. The reverse draw four. like the whole thing. And said, you know what? If they're going to come for me now, if they're going to turn on me after all of the nonsense I've covered up for them all of the years, now it's an all-out war, right? Now, outside of, I would say, the Vegas story sounded credible and the Credit One stuff sounded credible, but like I said in a previous video, the issue at hand was Martell's mistress inserting herself into the conversation and trying to track Martell's timelines and trying to be concerned about Martell's faithfulness when he's already being unfaithful to his wife. Like make it make sense of it all. But even with some of the inconsistencies of it all and some of the things that was a hot mess of this, you guys have been begging for years for a production of a mistress, and the original mistress that was allegedly supposed to be presented on the show, you guys apparently got to pipe down, right? But apparently this one, not so much. And now everybody is either A, pretending to be unbothered, or B, this is too much for them to handle. And I'm just thinking to myself, so the years of disrespect and humiliation led by Martell's lies and his mistress lies were okay, as long as MEL was the suffering party, as long as MEL was the one that had to deal with the disrespect and the humiliation. But now that the Scotts are in the spotlight, now that Martell has declared war, even though this wouldn't have happened had TISHA not got on Mr. Mondays and called Martell GAY and said it wasn't alleged, this would not have escalated to this point. We probably wouldn't have seen this low budget interview at this point. But you guys like to leave that part out, right? You guys always like to omit things from the story to justify your anger and your and how this is too far, how this is too much, how the show has gone off the rails. The show has been off the rails. This isn't new. The show has been out of order. The show has been off the rocks. Where have y'all been? Have you really been in such a bubble that you are just going to pretend to be Stevie Wonder to it all, to Ray Charles to it all? Where have you been the past 9 seasons? That now all of a sudden this is too far for you? Are you kidding me right now? It is the audacity. Are you serious?
And the thing of it is, this wasn't even, it was such a hot mess. It was such tomfoolery of it all. Like I said, there's believable portions in the story, but the bigger thing was Martell's mistress trying to coordinate Martell's whereabouts during all of this, which took away from the actual tea itself, which took away from the actual interview itself. And then you got Martell trying to remember all of the lies that he was telling both his ex-wife Mel and his mistress and all these things, and trying to brag about gifts that really were things that were in Mel's closet. Again, Martell, anything that he bought you was from Mel's money. Where is all the things now? Because you look like you are still in the same fashions where Mel left Martell 5 years ago. So all this flexing, all this nonsense, this is your guys' power couple, right? This is who you guys want on the show so bad, right? This is who you guys think is going to make a difference on the show. And this was nothing but low budget. This was nothing but an embarrassment. And where, like I said, was Tasha K? Tasha K should have conducted this interview, because the one thing Tasha K does do well is she doesn't make the interviews about herself. She actually makes it a point to have these people actually tell their story, whether it is full of crap or not. But you couldn't even do that right, and you guys are upset? This is too much for you now? LAMH is too much for you now? This has gone too far now? But it was okay. It wasn't too far when there was allegations about the paternity of Martell and Mel's youngest child. It wasn't too far when a melee at the reopening of Madani took place. That wasn't too far. It wasn't too far. The way these black men talk to the black women on this show and the misogyny of it all, none of that is too far. It is not too far that the show went from black excellence to being about who is a side chick and who is a side dude. That is not too far. All of the social media behavior of all of these cast members, and how gutter and how inappropriate some of these people's relatives have been on social media, especially down in the Facebook groups, especially down on some of these people's Instagram pages, none of that is too far. But this is where you draw the line. The same Martell, the same mistress that you keep saying is Martell's true love, and that he upgraded over Mel and is doing low budget nonsense like this is too far for you, please miss me with the fake outrage. Keep the same energy that this is the same Martell that he has always been this entire time when he was cheating on his ex-wife. But now, because it's against the Scots, the same Scots who knew exactly who Martell was this entire time, who knew he was a cheater, who knew he was being reckless and sloppy with his mistresses and all of the things, the same Scots, the same cast who knew about this revenge pee and kept threatening to expose it at previous reunions, and Destiny leading the charge saying she knew where the bodies were buried. Willing to move forward with a lie about a sex tape that the other party was not even consenting and it being distributed and shown to other people, you guys were okay in going with that lie as long as it meant disrespecting and humiliating and shaming somebody else in your cast. But this is where you want to draw the line, you guys. This is where you are saying you are fed up. This is too much. Enough is enough. No. TISHA calling Martell GAY wasn't too far for you? The episodes that Dollar Tree Field Day of a hot mess wasn't too far? It was just, I mean, there has been so many things that we can point to in 9 seasons of this show that went too far. but it is Marty Mar and the mistress that you guys created fake wedding invitations about and have made for the past couple of years, made allegations that they have been married once a month. You keep making the same allegations and all these things. Now all of a sudden you're mad. Now all of a sudden you're too much. Now all of a sudden you're rethinking, watching Love and Marriage Huntsville. Now all of a sudden you're rethinking talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville. Come on, you guys. Seriously. Like I can't even right now. I cannot even. But as long as Mel was the recipient of all of this slander, of all of these false allegations and accusations and everything else, as long as it was directed towards Mel, it was okay. But y'all claim y'all don't hate anybody. But now all of a sudden, it is okay for these same cast members to dish it out to Mel and Tell and whoever else, and the moment it's back on them, it's a problem. The moment people come back with smoke on Destiny, it's a problem, and she's being bullied and she's being attacked. The moment finally at least an alleged mistress of one of the 20 Martell's been alleging for years comes forward for an interview, now all of a sudden it's too much for you. It's too much to handle. But this is what you guys have been requesting. You have been requesting a receipt. You have been requesting a physical person to put a name with the face. You have it, and now it is too far. I can't deal with the hypocrisy, you guys. I cannot. Y'all have lost your minds. Like y'all lost it. And this is coming from somebody who has even said that the interview was a hot mess. And was full of inconsistencies and was full of Martell's own mistress trying to make herself the focal point and trying to make Martell's indiscretions a focal point and trying to ask a cheater who was cheating on his wife at the time with you, trying to track his whereabouts when you're already one of many side chicks. But this is too far for you. This is too far for you that finally, after all of these years, asking for at least one production of one mistress, even though technically this is allegedly like the third or fourth that's been rumored over the years. Right? Because we had the blonde lady, we had an alleged sorority sister, we had an alleged makeup artist, we had an alleged Mel's former hairstylist. We've had 4 other alleged people over the years that you guys said wasn't true, there was no receipts, and da-da-da-da-da. And now physically there's somebody here in a makeshift interview in an empty home with no furniture and all the things, and it has you guys in a tizzy. It has you guys unraveling. It has you guys at the point of saying Love and Marriage Huntsville is no more. What? The show and the internet streets have been toxic, you guys. Newsflash. It has been out of control. It has been out of order. Newsflash. Where have you been? Where have you been these last 9 seasons? It has always been unhinged out here. But it's only okay for the negativity, the toxicity, the disrespect, the humiliation, the slander of it all. It's okay if it's only directed at Mel. Mel is the only person that should be treated that way. And according to some of y'all, you feel she deserves it, right? Because you hate her that bad. But now all of a sudden, literally barely one person has finally had the strength to come forward and everything else to do this interview, right? But like I said, the interview was less about her and more about Martell's own mistress trying to make herself be seen. And you guys cannot handle it. You guys are going out of your mind. And it is just hilarious to me. The audacity and the gall of it all. The hypocrisy of it all, the double standards of it all. And this is why people cannot take each other seriously in this sector. Where is the energy? Where is, the accountability of it all? Where is it that, hey, regardless of who it is in the cast, everybody is going to be talked about? But this is too much for you? Are you kidding me? No. What is good for the goose is good for the gander. If you can dish it out, you should be able to take it. And I knew the moment that TISHA said what she said on Carlos King Mr. Mondays that Martell at some point in time was going to respond. Whether it was going to be via Tasha K or via his mistress. But one way or the other, it was going to happen because the GAY allegations were not just going to fly and, right off into the sunset. No! But y'all were fine with that. Y'all were okay with that, right? Because that didn't matter, right? Because according to y'all, Mel and Tell are the same people, right? So none of that mattered. But now all of a sudden, Martell responds and you guys have an issue. And like I said, if you actually watch the interview, a lot of times we couldn't even fully get the full story because Martell's mistress kept interjecting herself and kept trying to still get clarifying answers herself. Don't you allegedly have Martell now? And, Mel divorced him nearly 5 years ago. So why are you asking all these questions about what Martell is doing? And who Martell was with in Vegas? And if Martell was bringing women at Credit One? Maybe it's the combination of the fairy tale that you thought in your head of Martell and his side chick that you guys tried to elevate was more of a power couple than him and Mel when they literally have nothing to show for it, especially in this lowest of budget of interviews. The pedestal that you guys put them on, you realize was a hot ghetto mess, was a hot trifling mess, is nothing but lust, is nothing but sex, is nothing but, all of the things that is not equipped to be an actual wife and be somebody that is a pillar of excellence and is a decent citizen and a decent human being to represent Huntsville, Alabama. But we've told you exactly what this was and who these people were since the beginning. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear the fake outrage. I don't want to hear all of a sudden that Love and Marriage is too much for you, or you can't do Love and Marriage Huntsville anymore, or you can't watch the show anymore, or you can't believe Martell is willing to go this far and go this low. As if people haven't gone low first. As if Martell hasn't been going low against Mel. Please miss me with the fake outrage. Y'all were right here front and center when Mel was receiving it all. And you guys were laughing and kikiing and gassing up Letitia's mom, gassing up Stormy's mom with the continued disrespect, the continued slander, the continued defamatory comments and statements and videos and everything else. Y'all were front and center for it and y'all couldn't get enough of it. But this is too far for you? Are you kidding me right now? Please miss me with this nonsense. Are you trolling? Are we watching the same show? Are we watching the same shenanigans on social media? Because nothing has changed as far as I'm concerned. The only thing that's changed is who the targets are. And that is why now all of a sudden you want to change. Because you thought that this was going to continue for Mel to continue to be the one disrespected and treated horribly and maliciously. And once Mel got the, courts involved and got these no contact orders involved, you guys have not known what to do ever since. And now that Martell, who has been showing his behind, has now directed the energy back to the Scotts. Now it is too much. Now it is too far. No. It has been too far. You guys turned the other cheek. You guys pretended not to see and not to hear, and then were laughing at Mel being treated like this. So, no, you're not going to get away with this hypocrisy. You're not going to get away with these double standards. No, stand in it. Stand in it like everybody else is. But please miss me with now all of a sudden, this is too far. This isn't the show that I've watched and grown to love. What? The show hasn't been about black excellence in forever. So what show are you watching? Oh, you've been watching the MEL show for the last 9 seasons, right? Now, all of a sudden, Mel has demanded these people to finally clock in and stop using her and Tel's drama for a storyline and getting a check and eating off of them for all of these years. And now, all of a sudden, these people, like I keep saying, cannot handle primetime. They can't handle being in the spotlight. And you guys now want to cry wolf. It doesn't work like that, you guys. You can't pick and choose who deserves to get the smoke and who doesn't. And then if it's somebody that you like, you now want to throw this big conniption. No. You should have had the same energy when this was being done to Mel, and it could have been nipped in the bud then. This own cast, looking at you, Marceau and Tisha, you had a police report, an order filed against Martell a long time ago. Season 2. And could have put the brakes on Martell's behavior back then. But you guys were not serious because you felt that Martell had too much secrets and too much tea on y'all that you didn't want to risk it. So please miss me now with the fake outrage all of a sudden. And pretending to be unbothered and pretending that the show has gone too far for you. No. The show has been too far. As long as Mel was the target. And now that she is not the target, you guys don't know what to do with yourselves. So there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.